This is an egg Foo Young, crispy, fluffy, unmistakably Chinese. And this is the St. Paul sandwich, which puts that omelette between two slices of bread like it's the most normal idea in the world. It's not normal, because it's extraordinary. Funny thing is, while egg Foo Young is familiar to a lot of people, its sandwich cousin never really traveled outside St. Louis, Missouri. Which is surprising because the moment you try it, it feels like one of those ideas that should have spread everywhere but hasn't. So in this video, I'll show you how to first make a delicious egg Foo Young and then a very satisfying St. Paul sandwich that you can put together for lunch in no time. Let's start with the omelette. Egg Foo Young has been through a lot. Depending on where you have had it, it's either a great omelette or a damp patty that tastes like someone gave up halfway through cooking. Let's make the good kind. Crack a few eggs in a bowl. I'm adding 5. Season them with salt, a little honey, a splash of vinegar, and some white pepper. Now here's the part that fixes 90% of bad egg Foo Young, a cornstarch slurry. Starch it right. When you cook eggs too fast, the proteins tighten up and turn rubbery. Cornstarch gets in the way. It slows that process down so the inside stays soft while the edges crisp up. Add the cornstarch slurry in and give it a good whisk. Now for the fillings, the rule is simple. Use whatever's about to expire. I've got some dried up honey roasted ham here, so that's going in. Let's do some onions. Chopping up some bacon too. And oh, prawns would be great in this. Now here's an important detail. Anything you put inside the omelette should already be cooked. Folks, this thing cooks fast and raw fillings won't catch up. My prawns aren't cooked, so I'm seasoning them with some salt and baking soda, resting for 15 minutes and then giving them a quick 2-minute stir along with the bacon. Now with that sorted, add whatever leftovers you've got. Mushrooms, eggplant, carrots, whatever's hiding in the fridge. It's traditional to add bean sprouts, but absolutely not necessary. I don't have any, so I'll skip it. Now we're gonna let these prawns and bacon cool down a little before adding them in, otherwise we'll accidentally cook the eggs because of the residual heat that they carry from the pan. Once it's all at room temperature, I'll take a snip at the prawns to make them slightly smaller and then mix it all in. If it looks like an unreasonable amount of filling suspended in small amount of egg, you're doing it right. Now ideally, to cook these, you'd use a wok, but since not everybody has one, I'll show you how to do this in a regular pan. I'm using a cast iron pan and filling it about 1/3 of the way with rice bran oil. You can use any neutral oil you have. Bring the oil up to 375 degrees F. Scoop the mixture with a measuring cup and gently lower dollops into the pan. I think I can fit 2 in here. Now leave it alone and let it come together. And if the sides touch, that's completely fine. Once they set a bit, we can separate them. When the edges begin to look golden, use a spatula to check the underside. If it looks anything like this, grab another spatula and flip it carefully. When the second side is cooked, pull it out with a spider or a mesh strainer and rest it on a wire rack. If you don't have a wire rack, place 2 forks on a plate and rest it on those. This part is so important. Steam needs to escape from all sides. If you leave fried food on a flat surface, it traps steam and turns soggy. It's not what you want. If you're worried about too much oil, you can dab it gently with paper towel and remind yourself that this is fried food. You chose this. Now folks, if you do this right, you get an omelette that's crispy, fluffy, and way more interesting than most versions you'll find in the wild. Especially because you're actually controlling the quality of what goes in. Now a lot of people top this with brown sauce, and I'll link to a great recipe if you want to try that. But on its own, this is perfect over rice with a little chili crisp. Now normally you'd eat this and call it a day, but someone in St. Louis decided that this belongs in a sandwich. And guess what? They were dang right. To make the sandwich, start with the standard sliced white bread. It compresses nicely and doesn't get in the way. Give it a light toast, not to color it, but just enough so it can hold its shape. Now go ahead and spike your favorite mayonnaise with some Dijon mustard and honey and spread it across the bread, generously so. It significantly improves the mouthfeel and helps everything stay in place. Now go ahead and add a layer of lettuce for crunch and a slice of tomato if you want some brightness. Season with salt and pepper. Place 1 egg Foo Young patty on top and then another, only if you want a more substantial sandwich. Egg Foo Young holds its shape really well, so double stacking isn't a problem at all. It just gives you a thicker, more satisfying bite. Now go ahead and add a couple of pickle slices for some acidity. I'm using these sandwich stackers right out of the jar. Close the sandwich and give it a gentle press so everything comes together. Now if you're serving this or packing it for lunch, wrap it deli style using a parchment. Crumple, uncrumple, place the sandwich in the middle, Bring the ends together, fold it like so, and then tuck the adjacent ends underneath. Wrapping up like this keeps the sandwich tidy and makes it easier to cut through. Slice it down in the middle and you should see a clean cross section, crisp edges from the omelette, fillings layered through, and just enough mayo and vegetables to keep it balanced. Now when you bite in, this thing feels satisfying in a way that does not need any convincing. Now if you think egg Foo Young slams in a sandwich, this Japanese-style chicken filling is way healthier, juicier, and cheaper for any sandwich, especially a beautiful club sandwich. Watch this video next to see how I make it.